it this way. Let's start with how you were recruited to work out there, what they told you were going to do, or what they didn't tell you what you're going to do, and what did you actually do? Starting at the end.
Well, I was at March Air Force Base, just a crew dog navigator, and one day personnel called me and said, "We have this Twix for you," and it's, can you hear me now? I was a crew dog navigator, B-52 at March Air Force Base, and one day personnel called me and says, "We have this message in," and I went down there real quick, and it said, "Would you be interested in working on a classified project in the western United States?" And I said, yes. So anyway, I went back, several weeks later, I went back to Washington, D.C., not knowing any more than that. And from the Pentagon, I went to this other little building, someplace up there in Washington, D.C., and in this room, this guy said, "Would you be interested in working for the CIA?" And I said, "Yeah, I would," because it just sounded like the thing to do. So the next morning, I went from the Pentagon down the concourse or whatever it was below there, and got on this little unmarked thing and went out to Langley, the CIA headquarters. And for the next 3 or 4 days, I was in the black box I was wired for sound, and they asked me every question. They knew people that I had forgotten. They really did. And they said, "Okay, that'll be all." So I went back to Riverside, March, and for the next month or so, I knew that with all these bad answers that I gave them, that would be the end of it. And lo and behold, here come this order to go to Las Vegas, Nevada, Post Office Box 882, 1129th Special Activities Squadron. Well, I was assigned to Bowling Air Force Base, but permanent duty station, Post Office Box 882, 1129th Special Activities Squadron, Las Vegas. So I showed up, and then I called this number, and the next morning, Walt Smith, who's not here tonight, came by and picked me up, and he said, "Do you know anything about this?" And I said, "No, I don't." He said, "We'll brief you on the way." So we rode 60 miles out to Mercury, and on the way, he said, "Do you know anything about project?" And I said, "No, I don't." But anyway, after 60 miles, I said, "This is not too far to go." But then we entered the test site, and we drove another 60 miles up to Area 51. And we got there, and he took me out and showed me the A-12. And to me, it was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen in my life. It was also a little sinister looking, but I said, "That's it." And after that, he took me to Chow Hall, and Murphy Green gave me some good food. I said, "This is what I want to do." And until the very last, until they kicked me out of the Area 51 in November of '69, I was a loyal member. I went on several Black Shield deployments, planning missions over Vietnam, and thoroughly enjoyed it. It was the highlight of my 20 years in the Air Force.